Don't worry, I've started recording like this on purpose because I don't want to see what I look like right now. Let's have a look. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, I don't look that much worse. You know what? I look fine today. I think now I can finally have this talk. I have this little just... Okay. Yep. We gotta address this guy. This guy right here. These are screwed in to the damn, like, contact points. So I can't even put them. I can't even put this shit back. I can't even put it back. So, like, this... Wasted. Worthless. Absolutely terrible. Also, the fabric on this chair is already wearing out. And it's been 4 months. So, don't get these chairs. They're kind of shit. Other topics in mind. I got the package, okay? Right here. I was talking about this yesterday. I got a new mouse pad. Just to make the climbing easier. So if we look at the old mouse mat that I had for one stream. Just a bunch of cats. Just very, very cute, very lovely in it. Yeah, this thing smells. It's probably... I probably would have needed to wash it or something at first. But like, this thing stinks. It stinks up my hands. And it's a bit too small for my desk anyway. So, we've got a new mouse pad. There we are. Now that's a bit of length that I was expecting. Alright, now it definitely feels like I have a lot more space over here. Now this feels good. So with all this experimentation in mind, how much did this set me back? $60. The first mouse pad I actually got locally, but you know. When it comes to frowny face over here. Amazon Prime. Basically, I wanted to have a discussion video about just whatever topics come to mind, and not really have much of, fucking goddamn it. I realized that I've gotten significantly worse at trying to speak to the camera. Yeah, this video kind of just derailed a fair bit with me sort of getting self-conscious about my appearance once again, and yeah, no, that does tend to happen whenever I'm not just impulsively recording and whatever. That's why I've been much more comfortable doing streams than actually sitting down and recording, which I've definitely wanted to do since I dropped Cybernova. Because I wanted to have a discussion about that. I wanted to have a discussion about that going forward, as I was freshly back on YouTube after about a 6-7 month long break. It was the next week after Cybernova where I was just having a whole bunch of different issues kind of come in and eat at me alive. So at the end of the week, I started writing down a bit of like topics relating to that week, if you understand what I'm talking about. So the first topic I wanted to talk about in this video is motivation. Why am I doing this in the first place? Why am I, you know, on YouTube and whatever? Because that Monday, being 2 days after Cybernova, we had an entire class about writing a position paper with a bunch of arguments and whatever that we were supposed to discuss during the prior weeks. That didn't really happen much. I didn't seem to click too much with the people I was with, unfortunately, and I wasn't really too involved in the conversation. I felt like I was sandbagging the entire the entire team, and it would have probably been better off if those two had just taken whatever discussion points they had and rolled with it. So when it came for me to write 300 words about a topic that I didn't pick out, that I wasn't really in discussion with, and was really just there to maybe think about some of the counter-arguments, that's when I realized, well, damn. This essay anxiety is definitely going to be the worst of my nightmares. And it kind of was. I had spent that entire seminar just not writing, just being paranoid of how things will develop in the next few weeks. After that, I kind of thought about it all, and me worrying about just having all of these different standards about my writing and whatever is just anxiety. It's just me dreading, like, I could be doing this better. I could put all of my time and resources into making this the best sort of thing I could make and put out. But it's just a dumb school project for like a 25-minute discussion about what was the topic again? How augmented reality would help develop the education system. I think that was it. So, I didn't really have much motivation for that to begin with. So having to write 300 words about that when I'm not much of a writer myself, and want to get things as objectively right as I possibly could, like, you see what I'm saying, I'm overthinking things. I could report now that 2 weeks later, I did actually sit down, have a discussion with the teacher, and just be like, no, I can do this. And so I did end up writing 300 words about whatever the whole topic was. So when it comes to just attitude and motivation, when it comes to making videos on YouTube, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. Why should I try schedule things and stall things out to, you know, make things out of order? Like, I should just get to it. I should just do things. It's not that complicated. It's not that deep. Yeah, after this video comes out, there's gonna be more. I will probably just do these discussion bits whenever I want to, and probably record some different B-roll instead of just record my own here. Well, speaking of climbing, I do actually have some extra footage on my camera roll that I wanted to sort of talk about in retrospect. I found the whole journey of getting to the location where I wanted to film was kind of interesting. Then again, what I had used the footage for and all that is a bit more out there, and it's basically irrelevant at this point. But just doing that trek did feel relatively good until I got sick for 2 days. You can tell probably by what I was wearing that I was not kitted out, that I had just gotten out of school and went in and filmed all of that. That was like all the way back in mid-January, so a bit fun to talk about it now that we're nearing April 1st. Oh god, April's gonna be a busy month too. Well, in terms of this channel, and also, well, family-wise too. I did actually have to catch my breath a few times, which sucked because it was in the middle of a snowstorm. You might not be able to see it that well in the footage and whatever, but it was snowing like crazy. It was windy as hell. It was also kind of a problem going all the way down because, well, everything was snowy and a little bit slippery maybe. Well, not exactly because it was mid-January, but oh, actually, if I made that trek now, everything would be slush. Everything would be mud. That sounds a lot worse. So yeah, I just wanted to show that off, I guess. It was more relevant, like, a month or two ago, but a little too late for that. Apparently I wrote down schedule as a talking point that I could have on this. I still don't really have a schedule, but I will say I will be here more regularly. But other things are gonna be coming out. And speaking of that, Geometry Dash. I actually have a couple accomplishments that I've done in the past week. And I still have footage all the way back from the beginning of 2.2, where I actually got my first impressions and all that. That is something I want to edit and get out there as soon as possible. Why the hell did I phrase it like that? I already have these edited. I'll just do my 2.2 impressions tomorrow, and then maybe on, let's say Wednesday, I'm gonna put out that Accu highlights video. It's a short one, but, you know, just to have something in the middle. Moving on, I have Poppy Playtime. Yes, Chapter 3 is getting a highlight, and it's something I've been thinking about in the background as well, kind of, because it's either... Poppy Playtime has either taken me less than a day or forever to actually sit down and record and whatever. I do kind of also want to add my own impressions, my thoughts on things. So the Poppy Playtime video is gonna be kind of long, now that I'm thinking about it conceptually. I've gone through the highlights, and let me tell you, the video is already 30 minutes long, and I haven't even made it to the school. That's gonna take a minute. I could talk about that all day long, but I'm gonna spare you people for those videos. There might be several. I don't know. I might cut it into 2 parts. Oh, the next topic is just games. Wow, very vague, very funny. Oh, but these are meant to segue into each other. So, let's talk about Agony December. It's a concept that I came up with back in 2020. Just like, oh, there's so many people suggesting me games. I'm gonna try and get through as many of them as possible because I want to make editing hell and I want to die inside. I don't know why I thought this way. That's kind of what I don't want to do on YouTube anymore. I just want to have fun. Like, the entire December, I feel like shit whenever I don't actually have an upload. I feel like shit whenever I haven't streamed for a day. Like, let's not put that much pressure onto December. December's already hectic as it is. Like, you guys can suggest me games all you want. Like, I have every single Agony December suggestion written down. I even have them as a category on Steam. And I will be going through them. And yes, that is specifically a hint to Espen that, yep, your suggestion of Bokura and how we played that like a couple months ago. Yeah, I'm gonna be editing that. Of course, you already know this, but just to let everyone else know. Oh yeah, by the way, I do actually get the trinket here. Let's watch that. See, I knew that plan would work. So enough about games now. Let's talk a little bit about what I've also been having in the background, which is music. And I've definitely wanted to do a lot more of it. In fact, Critters, the other EP that I was working on during 2023, I want to have that out this year as well. It'll probably be out during like early summer. We'll see. The big reason though why I haven't been able to do it prior is I just need to get like thumbnails and whatever for each song. I just thought that would be a nice little detail. Because the narrative of the small EP for what it is currently is kind of hectic. It's kind of hard to follow. Maybe I'll add a few more songs in there, who knows. But when it comes to music, I do want to have a small talk about Cybernova. I'll make it a bit short. See, Cybernova as a concept kind of only formed around late-ish August, I believe. And then trying a song on GarageBand where I was just like, I can't really communicate my emotions too well. I'm just like broken and beat down, and damn it, I'm just too lazy carrying these damn bricks all day. We were like building chimneys for one of the colleges. So that's when I kind of made Stimulacrum, and from there I realized, wait, this run of I Am Losing It with Stimulacrum and Cybernova, that's where I was like, you know what? I think I could just shove one more little song in there, and then it'll be a complete EP. It is kind of a narrative. It kind of formed halfway through, and a whole lot of it is just impulsive. Like a lot of the songwriting process is fairly impulsive when it comes to those projects and all that. I just wanted to have something quick out there. And yeah, that also ended up taking me several months, considering I started that whole thing in, well, technically early July. I kind of heard some good, like, instant feedback and whatever, but when it comes to these discussion videos, I do want to have a bit more discussion going on, a bit more, you know, comments and whatever. If people have some ideas to put down there, then go ahead. I'd love to just talk about things, you know, because we don't really get to do this as easily on streams. Like, things are a bit more impulsive over there. There's only so many topics, and you can just pick out whichever ones kind of strike a chord with you. Because I want the community to be a bit more close, a bit more interactive, considering how small of a fan base is to begin with. I said small of a fan base, pretend I said small the fan base. I want to talk about the Last Chance remix that I had at the very end. I did kind of ninja bomb this onto people. Like, I didn't notify people explicitly, like, hey, by the way, I made a remix to Last Chance. And I made that sort of on purpose, because in all reality, the song isn't technically ready, but that's probably what people would prefer to hear instead. I've been thinking about a lot of things vocally, and I have a fair bit of lyrics already. We'll see if I scrap them by the time I actually have the voice and the power to execute a verse like that. But yeah, I didn't really have much confidence going to do that, and it's only something that I haven't been able to practice to begin with. That's definitely time I need to invest if I want to move forward with my music. To go to the damn booth. Just use your damn voice a little bit more. Get it trained, get it a bit of practice in. Work on that voice. Work on those vocals. Like, I know a fair bit of people have kind of said, oh, you kind of don't have that sort of singing voice, exactly. Like, I got flamed for Live from the Cottage, like, when it came to initial feedback. Look, my bandage to that song is, I'm trying to sing until I can, and then I'm gonna try sing until I can't, okay? It's that simple. And I can say right now, some of the best material I've put out to date is the remix. So the fact that I managed to get all of that out there, that I now have some actually kind of listenable music, yeah, that's entirely on that remix and getting motivation and all of that. But it can't just be that song for me to be motivated. So all shoutouts go to WaterDragon19. I'm serious. Like, for the past year, we've been talking a fair bit in private, and basically sharing how much mutual respect we have for each other as creators, as people, as friends, and whatever. I can tell you, a fair bit of inspiration and motivation, even if it doesn't seem like it, has come from just watching whatever Water's doing. It's like, my sources are of course very much varied, but there's that unspoken bit that hasn't really been brought up until now, because I've just been a little coy about it. I've just been like, man, what the hell happens when I shout Water out on this channel? And the real answer is nothing. Nothing happens at this point. There's no negative consequences of telling people, hey, by the way, I am friends with Water. Like, when I've been talking to her, like, she's been a supportive, real, you know, person. And I've already kind of expressed this before, but, like, she supported me a whole lot during the months when I was off the internet, practically. Well, off YouTube at least. So yeah, that's not a taboo subject for me anymore. But I would like to say, I wish I had that life back when I didn't look at the back of a fucking toothpaste tube and was like, damn it, you're right. I'll just say though, the rest of you do definitely deserve a shout out. Just like, the community here is great. I love being here. I felt very welcome coming back to my own community. And in all reality, let's just say, I didn't feel comfortable enough returning back to YouTube because I didn't have a grasp of what this community was. I was gone for so long that I was feeling insecure in my own community. I didn't feel safe here. It's why I would be so on and off. It's why I would have like only 2 or 3 streams during October. Because I didn't know what this community would do to me or say to me or whatever when I would come back. And you guys have all been like extremely positive, and I really enjoy the time that we've had on stream, off stream, on just YouTube comment sections, on, well, this video's comment sections. Just go ham. Just go nuts. Like, let's have, like, as much interesting conversations as possible, you know? Having conversations that can absolutely just build each other up, that can just help. And I know there's not gonna be too much to argue against without seeming like a prick, but it's not like I've been the straight man, the middle man to talk to in the middle of discussions and whatever. Like, most of the time, when I would be on here, I would be talking shit. I would be talking a whole lot of shit. And I'm glad that everyone can just put that in the past and just forgive me for that, because in reality, I kind of regret making those videos. I think I had some clever points to say, but my attitude was a little not well adjusted. So going forward, you are gonna hear me just be a little less cynical compared to some of the videos that I now have unlisted or private even, because they were just that destructive. So I don't want to build anyone down, I just want to focus on everyone building each other up at this point. But if we want to talk just regular shoutouts, shoutouts to everyone in Trivia Deluxe. Oh yeah, and if you haven't heard about that, link in the description. There is a link to the Trivia Deluxe if you wish to join the community. We do a bit of discussions. Hell, we might even start throwing events. Finally. We also gotta bring a shout out to the Ragers, you know, the people who've stuck with me for nearly 5 years now. Nearly 6 years now, actually. Jeez, I misspoke. Some of you have been around a little bit longer, but yeah, I genuinely appreciate every single one of you. And we gotta bring a shout out to the new crew, Nerdy Hollywood, who is a fresh member of the Ragers, and honestly, I don't know how we didn't do it sooner. This is just a friend group. It's not that serious to be part of the Ragers, but, you know, just to know all the close people that I have in this community, those are definitely gonna be in the Ragers, you know? Like, Nerdy's a real one. His YouTube video apparently, allegedly, got destroyed by YouTube bitrate, but he fucking beat Future Funk. Go ahead, check that video out. I'll link that in the description too, as well as a link to Nerdy, and also Water, because come on now. Yeah, sorry Water, you're gonna be mentioned a little bit more than in just this video going forward. Who could have seen that coming? And with that, I've been babbling on for 50 minutes straight, and I will say, this feels great, finally being able to get this over with. And I feel that about wraps it up for the first little discussion video. So just to have a quick recap, I talked a fair bit about motivation, the new mouse mat, the different videos that are going to be coming out, the different music that's going to be coming out, and just the support you've given me over the, well, past few years actually. And that's going to be a more of an intimate topic when it comes to April 20th. Yes. April 20th, 2024, when this channel turns 5 years old. It only feels like yesterday when Pythonesque turned 3, and kind of forgot to celebrate when it turned 4. Sorry, I'm a bad dad. So yeah, we'll see if I can actually make a topic video like this next week, and if I am gonna, then have your own little things or questions and whatever to maybe have a discussion about next week, and I'll definitely be picking up whatever funny little anecdotes in the middle, just so I have a little bit of something more laid back to rant about. Well, yeah, sure, rant about. So yeah, let's return to the climbing guy. Nice! I got the ropes. Oh, damn it. Okay, that jump is fine enough to kill me. That jump is so hard. But, yeah, that's both the bits. That's everything from the fundamentals, I believe. Yeah. So it is. So yeah, I guess I'll do my outro here. Thank you for watching this long little discussion video, which did kind of just derail to me doing Peaks of Yore. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you when you see me, especially later today on stream. I will probably be streaming this again today. We'll see how long it takes for me to edit this, so bye-bye. Hey, so I finished that video, that discussion thing. Of course, that means I'm approaching your location in approximately an hour. So if you have a funny little sign-off or whatever, some dumb shit in your camera roll, whatever the hell, I'll have it on video. You know what? Why not? Okay, thanks.